Warning, this video may contain graphic content, such as sexual scenes, violence, gore, boobies, and the rest of the fun stuff. Please be over 18 to view this, and don't say we didn't warn you, little sinners.
Endlessly searching for an original
Hello, and welcome for Sinfully Fun Games. We're looking at Red Embrace Hollywood. This one was sent to me by a fan, as most of these are. So let's check it out. Oh, are we going to Yowie? Let's see. Well, this should be interesting. Cannot tell if male or female. Let's go. We're gonna make her fabulous darling. Oh, it might be a chick. It might very well be a chick. What is your name? Anon. I just do that because it's easy. How? Oh, he or she. So you can make it a girl. They or them. Oh, look, we made Kisa. So I believe this is still in production, from what I understand. Everyone comes to Hollywood for a reason. Saints, sinners, artists, anti-artists, and all of the beautiful people in America. On September 24th, 1996, I became one of those people. But why did I go to Hollywood? Because I wanted to be a vampire. Or a vampire. To become a legend. To draw my way into Hollywood hearts, to find out every dark, beautiful secret. An irresistible urge pulled me here. I knew I belonged in Hollywood among the debauchery, the filth, and the perfumed skeletons inside the closet. I wanted to learn more about the darkest part of human nature, because that was the only way to learn more about myself. Of course, that was just the reason why. The how was something different. I came to Hollywood as an artist spreading beauty, a visionary seeking truth, a rebel making waves. Well, if we're going to be running Kisa, if we do end up doing this, I'd always done my own thing, had my own style, fought for my own ideals. Some people thought I was amazing, and others called me every slur imaginable. But I relished both sides. After all, you've only done something of value if you make people think. For 2 weeks, I schmoozed, explored, and prowled around the Sunset Strip, slowly working my way into inner circles. I don't want to go to the inner city. That kind of sucks. Each night, I felt my dreams getting closer, more real. The glittering celebrity world was opening its doors to me, beckoning me inside. Until 2 weeks later, on October 8th, it happened. I'm a vampire. I'm gonna not do that joke, I swear to God. I'd gone to a club, but not as any club. I'm going to go to the club that lets me lower the volume. My good son. It's actually why. There we go. I'd gone to a club, but not just any club. One that hosted the darker side of LA's nightlife. I wasn't disappointed. Eerily beautiful people everywhere, swatched in black, slow hypnotic music, the rattling of the dancers in cages. Something felt different about this place. It wasn't just another club, it felt more like another world, oppressive, seductive, and terrifying. To calm my nerves, I approached the bar to order my favorite drink, something strong and spicy, colorful, light, sweet, light, and rich, bitter, complex, and dark. So I actually really like this game so far. It was delicious, but I didn't want more than a few seconds to enjoy the taste. When I looked up, someone down the bar was staring at me intently. A tall, dark-haired man dressed in all black, his sharp cheekbones matched by an even sharper stare. He stalked closer, only stopping when our chests nearly touched each other. his arm curled around my waist with an obscene sort of confidence. But as I stared down at my own reflection in his dilated pupils, I realized I couldn't move. I was completely hypnotized by, was this made by Cypress? What is whispered in my ear, the beastly hunger in his eyes, terrifying beauty. I'm actually really enjoying this game. I shivered out of fright and excitement. There was something feral about the greedy look in his eyes, and I felt like prey before a predator. It was more thrilling than I wanted it to be. We left the bar and walked hand in hand towards the filthy hallway with its filthy bathrooms. Wild moans and the wheezing of people who had sniffed too many drugs leaked from under the doors, along with the weak fluorescent light. But I didn't have much time to appreciate this cinematic moment. The man grabbed my hair, pushed me against the wall, which was full of posters for bands no one cared about. I'm going to change your life forever, but you'll never learn my name, he whispered. How does that make you feel? I feel like you're crazy. Why won't you give me your name? I came here to change. Already? Well, in that case. As those low words rumbled in his throat, he smiled. And two long, cruel fangs glimmered between his lips. Fangs? No, they couldn't be real, and yet, for some horrible reason, I knew they were. In that moment, I suddenly felt a lust, horrible rapture, gripped by fear. My instinct screamed at me. No, you can't go back. That's actually pretty nice. My instinct screamed at me, alarms ringing in my ears. How had he lured me in? Why couldn't I escape? I thrashed in his arms, opening my mouth to scream. I really like the artwork. Until I felt the bite. An agonizing pain ripped through me, searing into my neck, spreading through my whole body. I couldn't make a sound. I couldn't do anything except stand still, just like a deer in headlights. But slowly the pain started to melt away. Warm, euphoric tingles bubbled through my neck and down my spine. I let out a heated moan before I couldn't stop it, but the sound just blended into the murky backgrounds of music and laughter. It was better than anything. Better than sex, better than drugs, better than cash or love or fame, and yet it felt like all of those things rolled up into one sensation. His icy hand and icy lips pulled me down into an incredible pleasure until my body couldn't take it anymore. Blood draining from my veins, my breathing slowing down, my heart finally stopping. I realized what was happening, but I was too drowned in pure, mindless bliss to even care. I was dying. Was I dead? Drink. Something pressed against my lips. A metallic liquid dripped down my throat, sending a jolt through my body. I should have been dead, but I wasn't. Instead, I was half awake, half dreaming. In the middle of that surreal moment, I felt strangely... Nothing could stop me. It was dangerous, impossibly strong. I could destroy the whole world, and a part of me wanted to. But before I could process that strange feeling, the club suddenly vanished and everything went dark. I'm aware. Okay, nope. Nope. The next thing, nope. The next thing I knew, I was on the sidewalk outside the club. Had I backed out? What the hell was happening? I couldn't remember here. I couldn't remember walking here, or even drinking enough to pass out. I should have named a man on. But I do remember that strange man. What he said to me. The bite. The bite. Did that mean no? What a stupid thing to think. That must have been just a weird hallucination, brought on by flashing lights and pounding music. It served me right for going to such a seedy club, honestly. I stumbled through the streets, fighting the urge to stop and vomit. I could feel my skin growing cold. My mouth was dry and I didn't need to breathe. But at the same time, all my senses seemed oddly sharper. I could smell a discarded cigarette a block away, make out the fine print on a distant poster, hear the lewd whispers of a couple down the street. I felt like a wild animal thrown into the middle of a freeway. No, none of this was possible. There had to be some other explanation. Vampires didn't exist. But if they didn't exist, then what was I becoming? By the time I rounded the corner to an alleyway, I was ready to slump down and curl up until I figured out what the hell was going on. But soon the alley came into view. I am the gayest motherfucker you will— I am Snape, damn it! I saw someone standing there watching me. Not just watching. It was like he was waiting for me. He took a deep breath, tilting his head back. You smell fresh. I can almost hear water dripping back into the baptismal font. The man's deep voice was accented with an artistical. Nope. Oh, he's a redneck. Fuck it. Southern drawl, each word slow and empathetic. This is gonna be fun. I've never done country snake. The manner of speech reminded me of a preacher, melodic and a little theatrical. But almost instantly I sensed that something about him was different, wrong somehow. So I do want to say one of the big things I'd like to see this game change, if they are still working on it, is put the names of the characters above or just a question mark so I know what's talking. Who the hell are you? Is this a dream? Dead, you mean? Yes, sister, I am dead. In any other sense, though, I'd be mighty doubtful. A knowing smile stretched over his lips, and he adjusted his sunglasses smugly. There we go. It actually shows it. Never mind. Now, as for the introductions, I am the Grand Master who plays blindfolded. That cut on your hand you don't remember getting, that scratched out face on the yearbook photo. They call me Marcus, and I am happy to join you for the best and worst night of your existence. After tipping an imaginary hat to me, he flushed a wide grin and I glimpsed 2 white fangs shining in the moonlight. No need to mention your name, Anon. So don't worry, I know exactly who you are. And now you're one of us, a night stalker, a bloodsucker, an overblown myth hiding a horrible monster. You're a vampire, sister. Welcome to the Valley of Death. I'm gonna enjoy this. I am enjoying the hell out of this game. I've really been turned into a vampire, so there's no way this is real. Vampires aren't real. Stop bullshitting me and tell me the truth. The truth's a rare, valuable commodity, so I don't blame you for doubting what I say. How about this? Put your hand over your heart and tell me if it beats. There you go. Isn't that strange? If I could pull a prank like this, I do believe I'd pull it on Madonna or the president. Not on you, no offense, of course. Madonna's a vampire too, don't you know? My brain didn't feel like it could process what Marcus was saying. Everything made sense, but at the same time, It all just seemed too insane to be real. As if he could sense my confusion, Marcus let out a patient sigh. I don't know why it just changed the style of the game. That's so weird. Considering you still look bemused, let me try to put the facts of this situation in simpler terms. You just turned into a different kind of parasite, sister. An honest one. Money, sex, favors, you won't have to suck those out to the human folk anymore. They'll simply fall into your lap. And just blood is all you need now. Doesn't that make you feel relieved? Marcus suddenly paused, taking a deep, long sniff of the air. Sniff, sniff. A few moments later, he leaned in a little closer, this time sniffing close to my neck. What are you? Oh my, is that Mavar blood I sense? I think you're in for a fun time, sister. The light in your eyes reminds me of arson, angry and wild. You're burning up, but your humanity is still trapped inside. Oh, but that's normal for your house, so don't let it bother you too much. Suddenly, Vampire the Goddamn Masquerade. I do like that game. He winked at me, grinning like we'd shared some priceless inside joke. Except, I didn't get the punchline. What do you mean, Mavar? Indeed, you'll learn plenty about them soon enough. Experience is the father of learning and all that. For now, you should at least know this. You were bitten by a Marvar vampire, which means your blood has taken on those qualities, and you're part of the house. You have my sincere apologies. His lips curled in a slow, insidious smirk that suggested his apologies were anything but sincere. Was anything he said to me sincere, though? Did he actually know that what was happening to me? Or was he just some crazy druggie on the street? With my mind reeling like this, I couldn't decide which situation was more plausible. Alright, I think that's enough. Before you get into any trouble, there is someone you need to meet. Come now, follow your shepherd back to the pen. Another one of Lucifer's good little lambs. Don't worry, sister. Your time hasn't come yet. Before I had a chance to offer a reply, Marcus grabbed my shoulder, pulling me forcefully toward the street. Well, we could struggle, but I think that would end well. Where are you taking me? My cry was met with only silence, which just worried me more. When we reached the street, a few moments later, I noticed a black sedan parked in front of us. It hadn't been there when I walked up earlier. Don't worry, my dear. We wouldn't dream of making you ride in anything but luxury. His voice drawled wickedly in my ear, soft and sadistic. Oh, it's real comforting, thanks. Why, any time. Without further ceremony, Marcus shoved me inside the sedan, squeezing in behind me. The second he closed the door, the shadowy driver started the car, and we sped off down the road at an alarmingly fast pace. What's gonna happen, guys? Well, I guess we'll find out next time. Happy New Year to my loves, and I'll see you all next time. Welcome to Red Embrace Hollywood. Let's see where we end up.